He's so straight. I'm not supposed to do this, but
he hasn't tried it, basically.
Alright.
We're good. Hey guys, how are you? So look at this tall cup of coffee that I'm standing next to right here. His name is Jason Liquor, which either you changed your name later in life or you had many a taunt and a tease back in the day.
Wine is fine, but liquor's quicker. That's how I think it just came about.
That is great. What's your dad's name?
Manny.
Manny Liquor?
Manny, Monroe, Manny. So.
He was the Manny Liquor?
He was. Just think about my sister, how happy she was she got married.
Oh yeah. What's her name?
It was Stacy Liquor, now Stacy Wolanski.
Okay. It doesn't matter what the next one was. The Stacy Liquor.
At least it wasn't Swallow.
Yes.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, there are many things. Well, I might as well throw my little thing in. My name is Jenna. I roomed with a guy in I roomed on the same floor with a guy whose name was Bobby Talia, and if I married him, I'd be Jenna Talia.
That's beautiful.
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 Thank you, Lauren. I'm one person that enjoyed that. Anyway, we are here with a world-renowned, awesome pastry chef, world-class pastry chef, Jason. I'm not a very good, but I'm a phenomenal cook, Liquor. And I took just a little peeking through your Instagram feed at Jason Liquor, and brilliant. Like, unless you photoshopped other people's food, if those are the items you made, Jason.
It's hard work to take other people's work and Photoshop it that good. It's really hard work.
So what you're telling me is you made everything.
I made everything. I've been living in Asia for 12 years, working in restaurants and hotels. Just got back about 2 months ago, and I'm here to make some noise. Thank you.
Are all your desserts and pastries and like Asian inspired because you were there, or did you go there seeking inspiration?
They're all Asian inspired. It's sort of my niche. I'm the white guy making Asian accented desserts. But I make anything in any genre.
You're like the vanilla ice of pastries.
I am, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's a little breakdancing too, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
It is almost an oxymoron that someone who works with sugar and, let's just cut to the chase, calories would look as cut as you are, but obviously physical fitness is a huge part of your regimen and routine.
I've been fortunate where everywhere I worked as a gym in the building, so I have a little guilt trip if I just go past, maybe not today, but I make sure I go, and plus I don't eat what I make.
Really?
Yeah. But
how do you know if it works or not?
I'll eat like 25 pounds of burgers, pizzas, nachos, tacos.
Come on, Jason. No, you won't.
Yeah.
No.
Good for health.
Okay, so let's go back. Your inspiration can't just be simply, I can't walk by a gym and not go to it. There had to have been more of an inspiration.
Oh, when I was younger, I was a little overweight. Grew up in Long Island. I was about 140 pounds when I was 12.
You were a chubby kid. Like, let's
fat.
not even get...
No donut was safe. No donut was safe.
You were 140 pounds at age 12.
And I had Coca-Cola intravenously during the day, pretty much.
Oh,
so then the girl said, hey, you're funny, but you're fat. And that was it. I started hitting the gym, watching sort of what I ate, 50% at least, because I love food.
This was when? How old were you? When you really started?
Like 13, 14, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it was 7th, 8th grade.
So just to even have the wherewithal to even know that you were...
Well, when somebody said you're funny but you're fat, I'm like, okay, maybe I should do a little exercise instead of just rolling myself around the room.
Right,
okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Is this something you played around with when you were a kid? Did you love the kitchen? Did you love cooking?
Well, I've always had a love affair with food.
Okay.
And unfortunately, my mother was diagnosed with cancer. We started cooking together. It was low sugar, low salt, and there wasn't anything on the market. He said, remember Snackwells?
Yeah.
But I mean, we used to buy boxes of Snackwells as Devil Foods cookies and eat the whole box.
Well, because it was fat-free.
Yeah,
so you were in college,
Why
and you were
not?
like, nah, how many can I get in? Yep.
So we started baking together, and I was like, this is fun. And I was using like replacements like banana puree instead of butter, stevia instead of sugar. And I was like, if this is fun like this, then it might be even more fun and a little bit easier with real fat.
With real fat, real ingredients.
With real ingredients, real sugar. I mean, I think everything in moderation is okay.
Okay.
Sort of.
All right.
You know, not every day. So,
not every day, not every hour, not every minute of every hour.
That's good. That's perfect like that, actually.
You want it to be that close?
Yes.
Okay, so you what? You graduated high school knowing you wanted to cook? You graduated college knowing you wanted to bake?
I was 19.
Okay.
I was in college to be a high school English teacher, Mr. Liquor. How about that?
Okay.
And then after my mother unfortunately passed away, I landed an internship at Union Square Cafe, the older one.
Okay.
And I was working for free for a summer to really see if I liked it or not, and I loved it. So I was supposed to work 1 day a week. It turned into 6 for free. And then I went back to finish my degree, and it was so funny when I just passed my student teaching in upstate New York. I told my counselor, like, oh, you know, I'm going to go to culinary school. She's like, great.
Awesome.
Thank you. Just saved the youth, entire youth you saved from you teaching.
That's really funny. So, and that was it.
I was hooked.
You were hooked.
And then I got some lucky breaks. Then worked in Miami, New York. Then went to Asia. Worked in 4 cities in Asia.
You went to Asia to figure it all out, to find yourself?
Actually, I went to Asia because my accountant told me that I'm absolutely broke.
Okay.
And I sent it out as a joke. I sent my resumes out, and I heard from this German guy, Karl-Heinz.
Okay.
He's like, I want you to come to visit me in Shanghai and cook for us.
This wasn't like a ketchup guy? Like his name was actually Karl-Heinz?
Yeah, and I'm like, hey man, are you Chinese? You're calling me from Shanghai.
Right.
So, the way it happened was pretty much, he's like, we'll fly you over, you'll cook for us.
At a restaurant?
At a hotel, a big Westin hotel.
Okay.
And it's a little more elevated Westin there, so it was gorgeous. It looked like a W actually.
All right.
So I went out there and I got off the plane. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? It's amazing.
Yeah.
So I did the tasting, and they offered me the job on the spot. And I was working at the Peninsula in New York here in 55th and 5th. So
great place.
Yeah. And then I went, and 12 years later, I did Shanghai, Macau, Hong Kong, Bangkok, Hong Kong.
What? Wow.
And they can't speak a word of the language.
I was just gonna say, how did you talk to everybody? How did you get along?
I met women that could speak the language and could speak English. This was my,
It's the way we do it here in America as well.
Exactly, of course.
I went to Beijing to cover the Olympics one year, and I learned one word, and it was ting, 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 and it meant stop. And they told me if I get in a taxi cab, say it, but you may have to say it a couple times. I was like, I'm going to say it a couple times, what are you talking about? Well, as the taxi driver is driving past the Crown Plaza where we were staying, I found myself ting, 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 ting.
Problem
85 times.
Problem is that was his name.
Yeah, I know. He's like, I hear you. You must be an American. What do you want?
He's like, alrighty.
I had nothing more than ting and my stupid address of the hotel. And I'm like, ting, 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 ting. Which I must have looked like
when I first moved there,
lovely woman.
When I first moved there, they gave me a card. Ni hao, I live here. And I was staying at the hotel. Of course, the first time I might have had a little too much to drink, and I lost it.
Lost the card.
And I couldn't find the hotel, so I had to stay up all night until the sun came up, and I found somebody that could speak English. I'm like, where's the Westin Hotel?
And the next 12 years were bliss for Jason. You also just wrote a book.
I just wrote a book.
Was this your first book?
This was my first book. We self-published. It's a James Beard nominated. It's the only James Beard nominated self-published book.
Get out of here.
So unfortunately I didn't win, but it's been a huge, tremendous honor just being nominated.
Sure.
And
that's what they're supposed to say, so you said it perfectly.
I still can't believe I was nominated, because it started out as a joke.
Well, it's Liquorland.
It's Liquorland.
And what's the book about? Is it recipes?
It's actually, the book is, it's a cookbook, but it's more also about life. It's about perseverance.
Yeah.
It's about, because my mother passed away and that completely destroyed me and changed my path in life to take the road not taken.
Right.
And just no matter how hard things get, you just never stop. You work harder, 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 and never let anybody tell you no. But that pisses me off. No means, okay, I'm gonna show you.
Yeah, yeah.
So when I first decided to do a book and I started contacting publishing companies, they're like, we hate the name and we hate your idea.
They hated the name?
Yeah, they're like, Liquorland, what the hell is that, a porno?
That's
So
it's like a Candyland too.
Yeah, so
Liquorland for adults.
Yeah, so it's all Asian accented desserts, because that's sort of my niche I fell into.
Yeah.
And
but can people really make some of them? Because the pictures are stunning.
The photographer's name is Jason Michael Lang. He is incredible, and he's also another fellow bald man.
Oh, well, I'm pro follicleist, so
yeah,
good for you.
There you
sure.
go. There's nothing I can do about it anyway. So.
No, it's your thing. Look at this book. It is literally it's like Ishtar. It's like War and Peace. It's like the most beautiful, I didn't even open it yet. I'm like, it's the most beautiful book I've ever seen. That's great.
I'd say like 70% could be done at home. I
this?
think 70% could be done at home. This recipe is only 4 ingredients.
The one we're going to do? Look at this, Jason. What happened here, and how is that not in my mouth right now?
Okay, well that's a whole other story. That's a whole other
Look at this
video.
amazing dessert. How soon before that comes near my face?
There we go.
Another terrible sentence, but still, you know where I'm going. Sorry, Connor, I didn't have the patience to wait for you to zoom in. I have the impatience.
So I wanted to make something with you that anyone can make at home.
Okay.
And also introduce some of the liquor laws. The liquor laws are the guide to use this book. Not just it's a guide for life.
Okay, that's the book.
For example, number 1, use common sense.
Listen, often overlooked.
Common sense.
You know, often overlooked. Tell me what you mean by that.
So, for example, if I recommend to use this, we're going to make a chocolate pudding, the ultimate chocolate pudding.
Yeah, we titled this segment as the best chocolate pudding
It is
ever.
amazing. If I say use this chocolate, it means use it.
Okay.
Now, the recipe will work if you use a different chocolate. This is a brand called Valrhona. It's 64%, which means it's like bittersweet.
Okay.
But this one is one of my favorite chocolates. But if you use you just can't use Hershey's.
Okay.
But you could use
Sorry, Hershey.
Sorry guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
No offense.
But you could use a different chocolate, but this is specifically calls for it. So that's why part of the liquor laws is use common sense. If I use this for this recipe, I recommend to use it, but you can use another one. But if it doesn't taste the same, don't go on my Amazon review and say this chocolate pudding sucks.
Yeah, because that's never going to happen.
Yeah.
No, I don't think anyone's ever said that sentence. Chocolate pudding doesn't by nature suck. It's just so good.
What differs between this one and other chocolate puddings, besides taking it out of a pudding box and just mixing it with milk?
Also delicious.
Traditionally made with cornstarch, which is a thickener. This is made with gelatin. So what we do first, these are actually gelatin leaves. Okay, so
you know what that was? I almost threw it away. I thought they were stencils from a kid. Yeah.
So these you can actually buy in any store now. Actually, like even some supermarkets.
What are they called? Gelatin leaves?
Yes. So it comes
in.
You will be eating it.
Can I eat it now?
No, it'll be a little crunchy. Good for texture.
Okay.
So what you do is you just soak this in ice water.
All right. See ya.
And it's gonna become soft.
Talk to you soon.
You know, when things go in water, sometimes they get soft.
Yes.
Okay, let's keep.
It was shrinkage.
There we go.
Shrinkage.
So this is heavy cream.
Okay. Any regular heavy cream.
Any regular heavy cream.
It's actually refreshing to watch someone who looks like you pouring heavy cream into this.
It's getting a little hot in here, isn't it?
It's getting a little hot in here.
And so this is 325 grams, so I'd say about 8 ounces-ish.
Okay, about a cup.
Another liquor law is use a gram scale. When I cook, I want everything exact.
Wait, when you cook or when you bake?
Okay, when I bake.
Okay, there's a big difference.
Well, I don't know how to cook, so.
Come on.
No, I don't. I know make reservations. That I'm good at.
Really? You're not good at making meals, but you're phenomenal at making desserts?
I'm terrible.
He burnt eggs.
I burn eggs.
That's great.
I love burning eggs.
I respect that. I respect that fully.
So for pastry and baking,
yeah.
For example, let's say you measure a cup of flour.
It's got to be a cup.
It's going to weigh 5 different times you measure it, it's going to weigh 5 different measurements. So when you use a gram scale, it's exact.
Why would a cup of flour weigh because the air pockets?
Because the air pockets, let's say you don't level it off, let's say you don't sift it, there's all these little different things.
Okay.
So for pastry, if you want it to be consistent, it has to be exact, which a lot of people don't like, especially savory chefs.
Yeah.
But if you don't worry about like the consistency, you just buy a gram scale. You can buy it in Williams-Sonoma, Sur La Table, whatever, anywhere.
Gram scale. Buy it, do it, we're in.
Okay, we're going to turn this on. So pretty much it's.
Now we're just going to wait for a second.
This is soaking.
Okay. This is waiting. This is staring at me with these growling faces like you wish you could eat me. So while we're waiting for a second, would you please do me the lovely honors of telling me what your workout regimen is? I'd love to know what people do.
Okay, what I do is now that I'm getting a little older.
What did you just put in there?
Okay,
sugar?
I just put an ounce of sugar, 40 grams of sugar.
Okay.
So pretty much we're going to bring this to a boil.
Okay.
That's it.
Sugar and heavy cream.
So that means 45 minutes of cardio.
Okay. If on a good day.
On a good day. So actually, what I do now is now that I'm getting a little older, and most guys, I think every guy's hurt their lower back. Because when they're younger, they think they're Hercules trying to lift cars and stuff.
Throwing weights around like nobody's business.
So I think my 1 in 3 L whatevers are messed up like thin like pancakes. So now I started doing more yoga, which is hard.
Okay.
And I do about 50 minutes of cardio, 6 days a week. I try to mix it between ellipse, bike, and treadmill.
Okay.
So I don't get bored.
But you obviously still lift.
I lift, but only maybe like 20 to 30 minutes. I think the way my body reacts to cardio is just, oh my god, we get a little smoke here.
Is that bad?
Well, I think it's just the hot plate and the, it's just the hot plate, don't worry.
Yeah. No worries.
Yeah, don't worry until the
fire
department comes. So the way my body reacts to cardio is great. It's because you're just working your heart, you're sweating your brains off, you're watching TV, and then I'm like, okay, that's not that bad.
50 minutes, 3 days a week.
Okay,
I'll take that.
That's
a lot of smoke.
Let's see.
Just keep an eye on it.
Okay, let's keep an eye on it. So pretty much we want to dissolve the sugar. But then I started doing yoga because I pinched a nerve in my lower back. To like do Pilates and yoga, and I'm like, I can't do both. Yeah. So I tried half of one.
Pilates is not easy, especially for a guy that's as built up as you are.
Well, I tried.
To now start working the smaller muscles, that was like isometric muscles. That's tough.
I feel like I got ran over by a truck.
Yes, that's what. Yeah, it's really hard.
Okay, so
I'm just gonna
double check that you put that pot on.
Well, this is entertaining.
If it blows up.
If it blows up, it'll be amazing.
It's gonna get
viral.
Yes.
And we'll also blow our face off, but we'll go viral.
Well, I'm not going to burn my hair.
As long as you don't have to call the insurance company.
You won't.
It's okay. Just let me see if this is even heating. Okay, it's heating.
Okay.
It's going to boil quick. It's very little. But also, I think when I try to eat at least 50%, I know like 80% of your workout is your diet or something like that. So I try to eat 50% good a day.
What does that mean? That means don't try your desserts.
That means don't try my desserts, but I'll like have a banana for breakfast and granola, then try to have a decent
Right.
lunch. But right now I'm working with my friends at this Mexican restaurant.
Oh, you're screwed.
And-
You're screwed.
You know, Cinco de Mayo is Friday.
Yes.
So they have these tubs of like tortilla chips like this, for like
Nothing
10 of
better.
them. And I'm like, well, you know, they won't miss 100,
Right.
you know. But all the cooks are they're happy I'm hanging out with them. They're like, hey, try this taco, try this burrito. I'm like, okay, how much can I eat?
Well, is that the case that pastry chefs, that cooks, that all kinds of chefs, do they really eat everything they're making, especially if we see them on TV?
Well,
you
you're
do cupcake wars, don't you?
Well, you're supposed to taste.
Taste
it.
everything.
I mean-
Everyone's offering.
I do taste everything, but like very, very little. And plus, pastry's a little different. You can see if it's like if something's overcooked, or if it's
Okay.
coming out wrong. Or if you like, you just like when you bake a cake, you just put a toothpick in to see what's coming out.
Okay.
You know, it's not like I never cooked a hamburger or a steak. So if somebody put me on that side of the kitchen, I would be like completely lost.
I'm amazed that you are so well versed in this and can't cook a hamburger in that.
I think it's pretty
Or
common.
French
I think it's
eggs.
pretty common.
I don't know about that.
It's complete different disciplines.
I'm not sure. It's actually the same discipline.
Well, maybe. I mean, like, I think that my most gourmet meal was like just taking a takeout container and be like, oh look, I made this.
Literally don't believe you at all.
Okay, so so this is pretty simple.
Okay.
You see here, look, the gelatin's already
Oh wow.
it's soft.
Well, what is it?
So, you know, there's two kind of thickeners that are pretty common. You have gelatin, which is actually made from bone marrow, so this is not vegetarian, obviously with cream too.
Okay.
And you have agar, which is made from algae.
Okay.
So, but this is like
Common sense.
This is
Bone marrow or algae.
yeah,
I would have said that.
from
Yeah.
seaweed,
Sure. Looks just
So,
like it.
so I mean, this gives it a more pliable texture, and agar gives it more of a bite.
Okay.
So if you've had any of those Asian desserts that are like pretty crunchy,
Yeah.
like jelly cubes,
Uh-huh.
then it's from agar.
All right, algae.
So anything like chocolate, like puddings, gelays, a lot of mousses that are creamy,
Yes.
is from gelatin.
All right. Look at that. Had no idea.
Okay, I think this is hot enough.
I also think that's dead. I think I'm pretty sure we
So,
did that.
pretty much, this will instantly dissolve.
And we wanted to.
That's what we want. So we're just gonna throw it in, and that's
Who,
it.
who taught you how to do all this?
Um,
Figuring it out with your mom in the kitchen?
We started cooking together, started figuring out by burning everything and almost burning our house down.
Well, welcome to our abode.
Unbelievable.
Yeah?
And then I interned for 3 months at Unisport Cafe. Then I went to, now it's called the International Culinary Center. It used to be the French Culinary Institute on Brune and Grand. So
Okay.
I went there for 6 months, and I got lucky. I landed a job at Jean Georges at the same time.
I know John George.
I just saw him the other night.
He's really
He is
great.
the coolest.
That is a great gig to get.
Well, what happened was actually there was no jobs available. So I went and asked for the pastry chef. He's like, who the hell are you?
Yeah.
I'm like, hello, I'm Jason. And he's like, there's no jobs here. I'm like, okay, I'll work for free.
He
He's
said
like,
that?
Yeah, he's like, okay, come tomorrow.
Really?
Because I think, because I heard from somebody else, like a friend of mine that was working there a little bit, like, no one's quit in 2 years because they just got their 4-star review in the New York Times. I'm like, I need a way into this place.
Right.
So after 3 weeks, somebody quit. Because usually 2 years is about the range you do in a restaurant. So
Okay.
somebody quit, and I had my first job at $9.75 an
And
hour.
what was your first job doing what?
I was doing nighttime service, like plating the desserts.
So you weren't even with us, so we're now pouring this over.
So
Bye-bye
now-
chocolate, it was
that's
so
it.
great knowing you.
So we can let this sit for a second.
Ugh.
So that was pretty much.
First of all, I smell the cream.
It's very. This thing uses a moisturizer almost.
This is,
So you're gonna let it sit for a second.
Should I
and,
try it?
And pretty much what makes this ultra creamy is it's almost 2 parts cream, 1 part chocolate.
Okay.
So means it's fat and more fat.
Yeah, no, you didn't have to spell it out. I got it the first
And
time.
just a little gelatin, you hold it. So pretty much what you're just gonna do is whisk it till it's combined.
So how long were you at Jean Georges?
I was there for about a year.
$9 an hour.
I was there for a year, but what's good about that was I was going to school from 8:30 to 2:30, then working at Jean Georges from 3:30 to close, which sometimes was 1.
I love it. You do that not because you have to, because you're dying to, because you
think-
want to, because you want to like soak up everything you
I
can.
think those are my
Love it.
favorite times.
Yes.
Because it was the most exciting. Everything was brand new, and the pastry chef's name was Eric Loubert, and back then he was doing stuff that people are doing now. And this was 20 years ago.
Okay.
I'm like, I know what that is.
Yeah.
And then I got a little cocky, and then I wound up at Metros in Grand Central Station. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, I do.
So
Then you shaved your head. You got really
I
cocky.
had to. I mean, my hair was like hanging off like a wet rag.
It's
You know.
visual, like,
Yeah.
now can't unknow
Yeah.
is what happened there.
So actually, this is another funny story. I did a blind tasting for Charlie Palmer, and he picked my desserts out of 5 people, but we did me. So we went into the restaurant a week later to start cooking. He's like, who are you? I'm like, I'm a pastry chef. He's like, what are you, like 10? I'm like, sorry. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, so we stayed there. I stayed there for a year, then Miami, then back to New York, the peninsula, and I started working for Nobu as well in Miami. So I worked for Nobu 3 times.
You didn't work for schlocky places. Like, you picked literally the 3 best places in every big city, and you're like, I will work there, and I'll be good at it.
I think the thing with cooking and anything in life is persistence.
Okay.
Like, for Nobu in Miami, I wouldn't go away. Like, I'm like, I haven't
So
heard from
you're
you, it's
that
been
guy.
2 days. I haven't heard from you, it's been 2 days.
Right.
You know. But now what's good is after 21 years, now people are calling me.
Sure.
So, but I think my other great experience was going to Shanghai. I had 30 pastry cooks.
Yeah.
And of course, like 3 spoke English.
Of course. Did you say ting 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 a lot?
I did.
Yeah, you have to. So how does that work?
Okay.
When you kind of tell them what the dessert is going to be, teach them how to do it, and then they go off and do it?
Yeah, sort of. So
Okay, I love the smile, because obviously there's a story
I was doing a
behind it.
demonstration. Like, okay, we're gonna make this cake like this, and my sous chef, this guy Martin, which was translating.
Okay.
And then I'd be like, okay, is everybody got it? Like, yes. Like, so I'd come in the next day, and I'm like, okay, we did a chocolate cake, but this is like a raspberry mousse. Like, what happened here? I'm like, what the hell happened?
Right, bad translation.
I'm like, but it was a lot of fun.
Good.
You know, but like, they really embraced me, and they like took me out all the time. They're like, let's get this guy drunk and we'll just let him go free in the streets.
Well, because look at you look nothing like them.
Yeah.
You were probably
well,
like,
I think my eyes are getting smaller and smaller. So.
I don't know. You're like a male model or Mr. Clean or some sort. Of course you're going to come in and they're going to be like in awe.
Well, it was fun.
Okay, go on. So now,
okay, I'll say for this pretty much after this is poured and dissolved,
yeah,
you just refrigerate it overnight.
that's it.
This is it.
Okay, and that'll harden and become this?
That'll become that. I also made a little chocolate crumble.
Bless you.
Just for a little texture.
Yes, because we all need a little bit of texture.
You know, because you have to, of course, taste this.
And how do you make chocolate crumble?
Okay, so this is flour, almond flour, butter, sugar, and a little salt, and you just mix it up so it's like a coarse breadcrumb sort of.
Okay.
Then you bake it, you dry it out in the oven at like 325, and then you just let it sit out.
So I don't like to throw words around like perfect. That was perfect. That little crumble thing that I tasted, that was perfect.
So
my bar is real low.
So when you make this at home, you want to take it out just a little bit. Like this has been sitting here for about 10 minutes.
Okay.
So it becomes a little more
From the refrigerator.
Yeah. So
okay.
it'll become a little more creamier. Because remember, anything like butter. Remember, whenever you think of fat in cooking, think of butter. When it's cold, it's hard.
Yeah.
When it's room temperature, it's creamy, and when it's hot, it's melted.
Oh, okay.
So the same thing with
So ideal would be somewhere between cool and room temperature.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's gonna be great no matter what. Even if it's like, if you need to drink this like chocolate milk, this is gonna be great.
Yeah, I would heat that up and have hot chocolate.
There you
It's
go.
probably amazing.
Definitely.
Can I try it?
Yeah,
Or do
go
you want me
for
to
it.
sit for a second?
No. This is ready to be consumed.
What is your what's the appropriate? This is great.
Oh, well, that, yeah.
What's the appropriate mixture between crumble and chocolate? Who cares?
I think you
Why-
make your own
that's a
rules
stupid
right
question.
there.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go like this. Perfect. That's for you. I'll take that. Just kidding.
I was like, okay, well,
Ready?
okay. This is the test right here.
This is a test. Now, as
Nobody's watching or staring at you while
Of course
you're
not.
eating this. Okay.
As Lauren, she's known me now for like easily 2 months.
2 months.
I probably haven't had this since I was
Yeah.
maybe 7. So this is gonna be great. You ready for it?
I'm ready.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh, see, this is the reaction we want.
No joke. Why does the chocolate pudding taste so different than like
It tastes
Jell-O?
like a mousse.
I only know sugar-free Jell-O chocolate pudding.
Well, this because the brand
Oh my
chocolate we
God.
use, the brand
Decent.
chocolate we use, and also this is the method is a little different. Like when you have chocolate pudding when you cook things with cornstarch, it's instantly stiff. This I want it to hold just enough so it melts in your mouth.
No, you're
I
right.
really taste the
And
chocolate.
on your hand. Yeah, the chocolate's amazing.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. We have so many aspiring everythings on the show. What do you say to people now? I mean, you talked about how when you were getting into it, it was hard to get a job. Everybody watches everything on all the food networks now and food
Definitely.
channels, and everybody wants to get into it. Is there advice you can give for anyone who's just starting out?
That's
Where
sort
to
of
go?
how I started. Was the Food Network just was on TV, so I was watching every show, like going online. Actually, that's when online just started too, pretty much.
Yeah, he was on dial-up.
You know, when I was a dinosaur, so.
Yeah, of course.
Just to just immerse yourself totally, and then try to learn as much as you can. And if you
Yeah.
can do it at home, then I think learn under like 2 or 3 great chefs. I only had a chance really to learn under one, and I always wish I had like another one.
Okay.
I mean, if you're in New York City, I mean, I think this is the best food city in the world.
Okay.
And there's some incredible pastry chefs here. So I think to like really get tortured, just work the 12, 15 hours and take it all in, and don't be afraid to ask questions. Like a lot of the people that I work with, like when I was in Thailand, they're like, chef.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes.
No, because we see people like Gordon Ramsay on TV. I wouldn't ask that guy a question in 5 years. I'd be terrified.
Yeah, but I mean, if you don't ask, then you don't know. If you don't
Okay.
ask, then you don't get. So, and I think just what I also did was I'd be like, okay, I was working 5 days a week. Then I'd call other restaurants, hey, can I come hang out for a day?
Yeah.
You know, even if I can't, like, go more, even if I'll just go one day, at least I'll see something completely different.
And they say yes.
Yeah, they say, yeah, well, yeah, you're going there for free to help.
That's amazing.
And even in Asia, with like all the other hotels, like I made a lot of pastry chef friends. I'm like, man, why don't you hang out here?
Yeah.
And I'll come there. I mean, that also involves some wine though throughout the day, but still.
Hey, you don't hear me complaining
So-
about that.
And I think as you learn more, and like now that I'm coming around, I want to like share what I know. And that's why I wrote that.
Love it. Give me a couple of things. Like, look, we watch movies like Burnt. Did you see Burnt?
I didn't see that one actually.
Okay, so there's always like a lot of drama
I saw
in the
Chef.
kitchen.
Yeah.
Chef,
Yeah.
by the way, is that with Adam Sandler?
That was one with
Oh no, with what's his name?
John Favreau.
John.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Favreau.
exactly.
Yeah.
There's that one which
That's pretty spot on a little bit.
Really?
But
Like there's a lot of drama in the kitchen. There's a lot of drama between the chefs and the cooks, and
Oh, totally.
it's no different than any other political environment where everybody wants to succeed.
Well, you want, like when you're the chef, you want it to be perfect, and you know you're relying on everyone else. And when you see something over and over the same messed up, you sort of it starts like growing inside you. Sometimes you explode a little bit.
Right.
Especially like it happened to me. I was like 20 working in New Square Cafe, and I didn't sift the flour. And it was a New York Times reviewer, and the pastry chef was like, "There's little flour balls in the cake," and like slammed it through it. I'm like, I'm gonna get fired. I'm working for free.
Yeah,
So
basically.
then we made it together really fast, and it came out perfect. He was like, "This is why I told you to sift it." I'm like, "Okay, sorry."
But you'll only make that mistake once.
I'll never forget that.
See?
I'm scarred.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that's it. You make mistakes, and you
learn.
you learn from them.
That's how I learned most of everything is making mistakes. You know?
Yeah.
It's the only way. You need to learn for yourself. But I think, you know, you get frustrated. Like there is the drama in the kitchen. There is between the servers and this and that. Especially when like if you're watching and like, okay, this guy just brought the food to the wrong table. Like,
Okay.
what planet is he on?
Right.
And you can't control that sometimes. I think as you get older, it settles down,
I don't know about that.
sort of, or gets worse.
So you're now where?
Now I'm based in Florida,
Okay.
and I'm just doing some events and some pop-ups.
Okay.
I'm consulting here in the city for a close friend of mine, a group called Todo Leche de Cuba. His name is Julian Medina. He's probably the best Mexican chef in the city.
Okay, I wouldn't try all of his food if you want to keep this looking
Oh my
like
God, I
this,
can't
this
stop eating this.
pristine
It's
package.
ridiculous.
Oh yeah, but just leave this with me, and I'm sure I'll be
Yeah.
fine. Moment on the lips, lifetime on my
Yeah.
hips.
That's for your kids. Yeah.
Sure, give it to the children. I'll get
And
home.
then I'm
This is a great bowl.
There's a whole container in there. Don't worry.
Great, thank you.
And then I'm gonna be doing some stuff in. I'm going to Sweden to do an event.
Oh,
in
nice.
Barbados in Australia.
What at this point? What would be your like dream? Where would you like to end up? What's your dream job right now? You've sort of done so many
Dream
different
job would
things.
have like maybe 3 small places in New York, Miami, and LA.
Really?
Yeah, you know, and just create stuff that people love,
Okay.
and a little different. You know, have your own spin on it.
Like something like along the lines of like the Baked by Melissa, so people can come get it, or like a little shop where people are
I
gonna
like
sit
when
down.
people experience it and sit down. Both.
Alright.
You have like your takeout area, and then where you sit and dine. You know, and that's where you can. Hopefully, I'm there doing specials every like different nights. So it's something different and unique, and you have a whole sort of customer experience, sense of arrival. That's what I learned a lot in hotels. You know, people like that human one-on-one when the chef goes over. It's like, hey, we use this specific green tea powder because it was made in the mountains by a monk,
Right.
and this is why the tannins in this one is good with white chocolate. People love that.
Okay, I know you lost me. The first thing you said, I thought I started thinking about something else, but that's me. Of all the people and all the chefs you've worked with, was there one that maybe we would all know that really like took you under his wing, that really like taught you the brunt of what you know?
Actually, no.
Nobody. Okay,
No.
it's just
I-
yeah.
You pretty much
self-taught.
figured out on your own.
Okay.
I wouldn't
yeah.
say self-taught, but like,
Just like television.
yeah.
Everyone's like, do you have a mentor? I'm like, let me think. No. Learned all that shit on my own, basically. No.
But I think it's up to you, as you know.
Yeah.
I think there's 2 different types of people: the ones that truly believe in themselves and the ones that think they believe in themselves. So not saying to be cocky and overconfident, but you really need to believe in yourself, and you can do anything.
Because there are so many no's out there.
Yeah.
And if you listened and believed everything everybody told you, you would never in a million years be this successful.
That's why I'm very good at like not paying attention.
Okay, the book is called Liquorland. It's a gorgeous cover. I would recommend just buying it, never actually opening it, but just please buy it. Where could people get it?
You can find us on Amazon.com. Liquorland is one word, Lickerland, and also my website, www.jasonliquor.com.
And might I recommend going on to @Liquorland and just taking a little peek at what type of food and what type of beautiful pastries Jason can create. It's gorgeous. I mean, none of them are his, of course, but they're all really lovely pictures of food. You're very funny. I love the fact that you are not like 300 pounds and sweating profusely like I always see on Chopped. You're like fit, you're into it, you're funny, you're hairless. You're like a big cat. I love it. You're great, Jason.
I went on the diet last week. Lauren's like, you better lose 100 pounds. I'm like, okay, sorry.
And he did.
And he did.
110.
There you go.
Look at this.
There you go.
Thank you for coming by, for
pleasure for
helping us
having
out. When is the next time I'm going to be eating something that you make for me?
I think I'll be in New York in a month or two, and then I'll come back.
Can we all get together and
Yeah.
like go out sometime and
He's
watch
showcasing
him
his
eat?
desserts. When?
Actually, you can come to
Thursday.
Toloache. I'm saying it wrong.
On
My Spanish,
50th.
my Spanish is real good.
Spanish is
Toloache
phenomenal.
on 50th and 8th Avenue. I'm changing the menu. So for this, since it's a Mexican restaurant,
Yeah.
instead of making like churros and flan, which is great,
I do love flan.
it's delicious.
Best.
But I'm taking Mexican ingredients and twisting it into my version. For example, like Mexican cinnamon. Cinnamon. It's
Yes.
called canela.
Didn't, but that's good to know.
So it's I just made that up. No.
Do you know the term they call cinnamon in Guam? I'm like, I don't, but tell me anyway.
So this one is going to be, instead of a molten chocolate cake, this is a molten cinnamon tart
Oh, okay.
with coconut ice cream. So it's awesome.
You're doing this permanently or for a night?
No, they're doing
Oh,
this
you're
permanently.
revamping the
I'm
menu.
revamping the menu.
Oh, wow.
We're doing a corn custard with blueberry. That's amazing.
Oh, nice.
So we're doing things with Mexican ingredients, but
Yeah.
with a little modern twist.
Okay.
So come on down and eat them all.
15th and 8th. I'll be there in 10 minutes.
Okay, there we go.
I'm actually on my way. See ya. Thanks so much for hanging out. You're off.
Thank you.
You're back down to Florida after this.
Yes, on Monday.
Very, very good. We're gonna hang out with Lauren in a little bit after this. But thanks for everything.
Thank you.
I love this. I'm gonna go stuff my face silly with what is my week's allotment of calories. I'm gonna take care of that in one fell swoop, and hang out next time you're around.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Be back in a bit. This is kind of the best thing. Did you try it?
Yes, I.
No, you